Right up the gut. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Let's go. Ready.
Another carry for him. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Come on, come on.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Running for the first time with the Louisville Cardinal. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. 4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he has enough room to get about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Now out of the shotgun. Man downfield, and he finds Besh. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Give him 37 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go! Head to 60. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat. Go.
Jency on the give. He's headed right. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 20-0 is our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now throwing on 3rd down. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders ballooning the first half lead even further. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready, right?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And the Titans have a first.
First and 10 at the 46.
Okay, ready?
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Ready, go.
First down throw here for Ward. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here on first down. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
60 Vikings. Ready.
They give it to him again. And they hit big there on that second down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go. Take off.
Running it after the penalty. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
That's another Vikings first down. First and goal at the 5-yard
Ready,
line.
check. Tag. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the first and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Down. Hut, hut.
He gets it again. And this time he makes it. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now Ward bringing the Titans to the line. They're going for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
27, Titans 6.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Trey Tucker to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Trey Tucker on the return. The Raiders take over first and 10.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Let's go.
Genty from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready. Viking 18.
Powell back to throw. Short pass brought in. Gets some space around midfield. 30. The 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders running away with it in the second quarter. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Hold it ready.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Here's the long back on the handoff. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
They give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up third and very short.
Ready, break. Ready, ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense to the line fast.
Cougar 19.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now on first down. Ward. They shot his shot clock, but they couldn't connect. Target that time, Jaden Reed. So it's second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go. Start. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Trying for the deep ball. So it's going to be second down and 10 on the other side, Brock. Waiting for extra 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Get it. Ready.
Throw here, third down. And down he goes. Raiders got him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way. Bring up fourth down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10.
Ready.
Howell now. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And they limit the damage, just a few yards on that gain. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Go.
To throw, Howell. This finds down. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down from the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Howell. Going left side, Bowers has it. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Raiders first down. A gain of 19 yards. And the Raiders first down.
And off to Genty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Titans' 36-yard line.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Reed. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10.
Nice.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Ready.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Ward off the play fake. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Ward's going to throw here on third. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This is thrown in by Gunnar Helm. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard
Cougar
line.
19.
Again, Ward going to the air. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. And the Raiders have it as he reports his 7th interception of the season. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Howell. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Nope. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On the return, here comes Reed. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Reed on the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
19, Tiger, 19. Get up. Get up.
Ward in the pistol. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief.
And they pick him off again! And the Raiders are gonna have it! And he's gonna hang on to that football. That's his first career interception! From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Giving this to Genty. He strides quickly, headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
This is Genty on second. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now.
A loss of a yard. It's now third and 15.
Here he goes, third and long. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing fourth down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. Tennessee to the line, first and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And they pick him off again! We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. You say that out loud?
That was out loud. Yeah. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Oh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
On the return, here comes Reed. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Reed on the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Sending him on the dive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready, 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 ready.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Nice gain there on second down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and the Titans have a first.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
He's out in the clear. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
Fullback University and all the alumni, they're doing backflips right now. They used to have big old neck rolls to distinguish themselves. Not anymore. Now they're athletes, and they can show you every once in a while they'll hit a home run too.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
27-yard line.
Ready.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Let's go. Get up.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Titans football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Tag. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard that time, partner, so this is going to bring up 4th down and 5. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Go. 70 Lions. Ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Irving on the counter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
And the Las Vegas first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Once again, Irving. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Second and
Here we
8.
go, Shaq. Let's go.
This is Irving on second. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They gain 11 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
That's good.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
They'll get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, Raiders.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go.
They give left side to Genty. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
First down, Las Vegas.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Here's Genty. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Genty. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Raiders are running them out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Panther 6.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you say.
Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
That's caught for the 1st. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. 1st and 10 from the 43.
Come on.
Back now, pressure coming. Throwing the out route complete. He's going to have this one down to the 28. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Dude, that type of play is so doggone impressive. Not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
And they'll throw 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Titans making the scoreboard look a touch better. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans cut into the lead by another point. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And this is a game that proves every Pee-wee and